Greetings, everybody. I know some of you are just coming in now. My name is Steve Miller.
And I'm Cheryl Glover. And tonight is the solstice, and it is 12/21/21. And it's a special solstice because of the date and because of how we have been for the last 3 years. And tonight I welcome you. We want to do a blessing and hopefully a channel and a meditation. And my husband Dave Miller will accompany me in this channel on the gong and the bowls. And what we have amassed here is 12 candles in the blessing of each month. So from December to December. And we want to bring these blessings in a very special way and have each one be a certain blessing of what we need. So the first one that we need is health. And so with this blessing, I bless each of you and every one of you, I'm losing my voice here, with the blessing of health. And the next one is for the blessing of love. Definitely we bring our expression of love to you and your family's expression of love. And we ask that each and every one of you find the people in your families or in your friends of who you can love. And the next blessing is to the blessing of happiness and joy, so that each and every one of you in yourselves, your family, and those who you don't know yet, come into joy and happiness. And the next blessing is for prosperity. And this just isn't for prosperity for yourselves. It's not just prosperity for your family, but it's prosperity for the country, for everyone. Prosperity includes having enough time to spend with your loved ones. It includes health. It includes wealth. It includes spiritual prosperity, where you are connected to one another and connected to the divine force. It includes the aspect of wholeness and holisticness, where everything is gestalt and you are prosperous throughout your life, not just in one aspect. For example, you're prosperous in relationship. So we light this candle now. The next candle is for pleasure. And people sometimes think that if you're on a spiritual path, pleasure isn't part of it. But it's not true. The human condition is about having as much pleasure safely as you can. And so this is for you, your family, and your friends to recognize that each day there should be some aspect of pleasure in your life. We like that now. And we light this candle now for the candle of manifestation. Everybody has dreams, and your dreams are different. And this one is that you, and as many of you know, I wrote a book, Creating from the Soul. It's about manifesting from your soul, from that place where you have the highest level of manifestation. And so this candle is that each and every one of you find that aspect of manifesting in your life. And we light that candle now. Okay, that's the first 6 months of the year. Okay, so now for the last 6 months of the year. This is definitely about protecting ourselves from different aspects. And the first candle we're going to light is about physical protection, meaning protection from disease, okay, from a pandemic as an example. Protection from enemies that might come in to invade your space. Protection from local, anybody of the negative ideas, for example. So this is about physical protection, and we ask that for you, your loved ones, and those that are all in your life. And we light this candle now. Now this next one is also protection, but this is spiritual protection. And that is that we get rid of people in our lives that are not good for us. We get rid of those that are angry of us. We remove from our aspect of our being negative energy. So for example, those that might hate or hate you, those that you might have adversity with. So this is about protecting your spiritual space, protecting your emotional space, protecting your ability to connect with spirit, because you're staying in the positive light, the positive energy. And we're going to light this candle now. Whoa, we got a big candle there, a big light flame there. Okay, that tells us that we need spiritual protection. Okay, and then this is for clarity, the next candle. Clarity means you know what you want, you know what you're going for, you're clear. Those that are saying things that aren't true, for example, you can see clearly. You can discern truth or falsity. Discernment, discerning whether something is true versus something is false, is a primary task, or actually quality, of spirituality. Whether you know what is true and what is false. And to this, we need clarity from our governments. We need clarity of ideas. We need clarity. And so I urge each of you to go to spirit when you need truth, and not listen to the words of mankind that is often ego-oriented or with some sort of manipulation or task in mind. So I'm asking for each and every one of you and your families and friends for clarity of mind. And we're going to light this candle now. This thing's heavy. Okay, so we have 3 candles here, 3 lights. So now we're 9 months into the year. Okay, we've lit 9 candles. And this is about integrity. And integrity comes when you are organically yourself. You're not putting on something airs. You're not trying to be what you're not. You're really who you are. It's also the secret, actually, to falling in love. People wonder why they don't attract the lover, And that's because they're not being organically who they are, so that their organic lover can come and see them. So if you're looking for some sort of romance in that way, then being in your organic self, being your real self, being your true self, is a task of the year. It's actually a task of your soul, but don't tell anybody. So this candle is that each and every one of us, we live in our truth. We live in our integrity of who we really are, so that we could all the time just be who we are. We don't have to be someone else. We don't have to try. We are just ourselves. And here's for attracting those in your life who are organically attracted to you. Not something you're not, but something you clearly are. No makeup, no nothing, nothing other than who you are in your organic truth. And I'm going to light that candle now. Now the next candle is very important to us. It's a candle for peace. And it's normally a candle that is lit on Christmas time, around the holidays, as we ask for peace. But we ask for peace here, not just in our households, not just in our hearts. We ask for peace around the world, completely around the world, so that each of us may live in our peace in our hearts, and each of us may live in peace with each other. And I'm going to light that candle now. And the final candle is very simple. It's very easy. It's what we know is there is no other. And that is, we light the candle for the power of the light. That we may each live in the light. We may love in the light. We may have peace in the light. We may have happiness and joy in the light. We may have freedom in the light. We may have wholeness and integrity in the light. And we may at all times walk in the light, be in the light, and have the light shining on us throughout the year. I'm going to light this candle now. So sit back, relax, put your hands up. I'm going to get it comfortable. I'm going to see what Spirit brings us. I cannot guarantee what Spirit will bring. But it's an important night. The energy is full. Just sit back and feel the light. Just imagine that it's not hard to do. The moon is full. And that moonlight comes down to your head, to the top chakra, behind your eyes, into your heart, into the base of your spine. And feel that flow of light as it flows from the top of your crown, through your body, out into your feet, at the ground. And just imagine you have a root growing in from your left leg and a root growing in from your right leg. And feel that light as it just keeps flowing through you. And what we want to do tonight is a cleansing. And this cleansing is about removing negativity. It's about removing any foreign energies, and it's about removing any substance, any thought, any negativity that you happen to pick up. And we're going to cleanse from the top of our crown to our throats, into our hearts, into our hips, into our legs, and down into the ground through the roots. The presence of the ascended masters, the archangels, and we ask for the protection of the Archangel Michael as he surrounds us with a white light circle of protection. We expand that throughout our house to your house. Level of manifestation, prosperity, love, joy, happiness, peace, harmony, health, healing, love, compassion, and prosperity. Good evening. We come to you from the heavenly abode. We are the watchers and the ascended masters. In every generation, there are challenges. In every generation, throughout centuries, for thousands of years, there is no generation alive that has not met challenges. How they meet the challenges is what determines how spiritual, how knowledgeable, and how effective you are in this world. You may meet challenges by looking under every rock for that which is wrong. Or you may meet challenges with an outlook, with an attitude that says, how can I make this easier? What determines your life is how your attitude towards these challenges happen. If your attitude is suspicious, if your attitude is fear, if your attitude is doubt, if your attitude is negative, then you will have a negative experience. You will have the hardest of challenges. If your attitude is love, if your attitude is opportunity, optimistic, if your attitude is, how can we turn this into cherry juice? If your attitude is, how can we make this fun? If your attitude is, how can I help other people? If your attitude is, let's bring the joy while we can, and let's have joy, then all of those will make the challenge easier. If your attitude is frozen, is fearful, is all these things we have spoken about, you will freeze, just as you would in fear if you were physically attacked. If you were physically attacked and you froze, you would die. So we ask you to look at the challenges of your generation as an opportunity of what will you do next? What is the greater opportunity? Should you protect yourself and take precautions? Yes. You must do that. For that is the world you live in. But should you succumb to the attitude of total fear? We ask you to be smart, but we ask you to be wise. It is through wisdom you can assist. You live in an age where technology takes you anywhere in the world. Just think what it was like in 1918. Just think what it was like during the bubonic plague. Just think what it was like in the medieval times. You live in a world where in a second, in a millisecond, you are with others. Your parents, your grandparents, your great-grandparents, and your great-great-great-great-great-grandparents had similar challenges without telephones, without computers, without live feed, without cameras constantly bringing you to your best friend, without live seminars, without broadcasts from around the world in second and news around the world in second. And they were okay. They did it. They raised their children during quarantines without technology and schooled their own children. But their attitude was, this is what we need to do to protect our family. We can't let the children suffer. We must be positive in attitude and do what we need to do. Some of them did it with candles, just as we have here, and no other technology. No electric lights, no electric heat, no gas heat, nothing. And they were able to do it. And yet you, with advanced technology, your friends are never a call away, and never a text or message away. You have groups. You have group meetings. You have seminars, classes, TV 24/7. And yet you do not count your blessings. You are blessed to live in an age. You are blessed that you are being led by a generation that we laughed at because they knew they could only text and they could only video talk to their friends. And they perfected it. And we said, why are they doing that? Why is this generation doing that? They should go talk face to face. Because every generation is of a necessity. There is a necessity to every generation growing up. And this generation led us to understand that we would need to communicate via technology. They knew. They grew up doing it. And we laughed at them. They led us in what we, in the baby boomers, for example, have been catching up in the last year or two. Catch up in using Zoom. Catch up in using video. Catch up in texting and messaging and all the various means we need to communicate because our environment is messed up, which we did. But that's fine. The issue is not to complain about it. Take the blessing that you have been given. Life. With modern medicine, you can be free of disease, or you can face those challenges with much less than your ancestors did. Communication where your friends and loved ones are never more than a millisecond away. The blessing of having warm homes, electric light, high-speed internet, all the comfort that you might need if you need to stay in. A warm sun when it's available, and a chance to go out and be with people, weather permitted. You may have to distance, much better than what your ancestors had to do. Yet counting those blessings can lead you to a different attitude this winter. It may be time to go inside. It may be time to work internally. It may be time to face challenges of this year and next. It may be time to make friends in a different manner. communicate differently, have deeper conversations via phone. Reach out to somebody who needs you. Reach out to somebody who's lonely. Count the blessing that we can do that, and wait. Be patient until you again can be in the physical and dance in the rain, make snow bunnies in the snow, sled down the hill, and be a kid again. For all the things you did as a kid, you can do. You can go out and play in the snow. You can run in the rain. You can put on those 15 layers of clothes and go out and play in the snow and have a snow fight with a friend. You can bring food to a neighbor and leave it outside and ring the bell. You can sing carols. You can give somebody a call who needs to hear from you. It may be at a distance. It may not be all together inside, but you can still do it, and you should count your blessings that we have come this far, and pray to those who have passed away, and count a blessing that you are alive and living and going forward. Make music. Make love. Make all kinds of music. Read from a play. Read Shakespeare. Read Shakespeare with your friends. Get 6 people together and you each play a part via Zoom. Learn from the generation that created this technology of what you need to do now, and count it as a blessing. Do not ignore the younger generations. They have the gifts, and they never had any problem with all of this, because they grew up with it. They know how to communicate with it. They know how, on a different level, to develop their friendships and their loves. Seek the wisdom. Seek the honor. Understand how the generations work and how it moves forward. You are given tools. Each generation is given a tool to survive. And that they did. Listen. Listen carefully. Go on their sites and listen to what they are saying. Do not seek your own counsel. Seek others' counsel. Seek truth in your heart. This is a good time to learn how to discern truth from falsehood, how to discern, understand, hear when your politicians speak truth or untruth. Do not judge. Keep away from judgment, because that will backfire. Just listen. Listen carefully. Listen with your heart. Listen with your soul. For this generation's task is discernment. to know truth from falsehood. Do not let those who speak falsehood lead. Listen with your heart, not with your ears. Seek always to do what is for the greater good. Seek always the survival of man, womankind. Seek always the survival of your wisdom, the survival of your knowledge. Seek always the honorable path. Is it honorable to not help others? This is not the way. It is honorable to help others who are less unfortunate than you. It is honorable to help children to live, to seek, to educate, to feed, to become upstanding, to become wise. See yourselves as teachers and teach something. Teach anything. Teach something. Leave a legacy. If this is your winter of being inside, of thinking, of watching from the side, then do something significant, something important, something astounding, something amazing. Start a new business, write a book, write a poem, help somebody, teach something. Create a new method of teaching. Create a class. Create something viral. Go viral. Create a song that's viral. Let your voice be heard. Let your music be heard. Let your wisdom be heard. Be seen. Be heard. And be proud. Above all, be in your own truth and be authentic. If this is your task for the next 3 months, to be authentically who you are, no delusions, no wannabes, no collusion, nothing other than who are you really are, in your natural attraction of those around you. Be the loving person. Be a loving entity. Create a song of love, a poem of love, a word of love, a speech of love, a sentence of love, a greeting card. A greeting for someone who is lonely. Reach out for somebody who is lonely. Be important to them. Even if you don't think you're important to the world, be important to somebody who's lonely. Be a role model for a child. Help a nonprofit. Help a nonprofit achieve their goals. Partner with somebody. Partner with somebody where you can exchange. Exchange work. Exchange favors. If you know how to A and they know how to B, then together you can A and B and create something. Seek other partners. Seek new partners. Seek new livelihood. Search and be open to the answer. Never have it, oh, I don't like that and I don't like that. And what you do is you judge yourself. Maybe you will like. Try, then see if you like. Okay, maybe I can be open to this new idea. Maybe I can be open to this new hobby. Maybe I can be open to this new food. Maybe I can be open to talking to this person I've never spoken to before. Maybe I could schedule a 1-minute conversation with someone I've never spoken to and I never reached out for. Maybe listen to somebody who's old and listen to their wisdom before they pass away. Maybe you're the person who's old for that young child. This winter, we are asking you to bring something new to the table. It doesn't have to be something big, but it has to be something new. A new idea, a new thought, a new melody, a new love, a new hobby, a new creation, a new knitting, a new dress, something new that you make, that you do. Go back to some of the old ways. Sew on your sewing machine. Knit, crochet. Do something old and something new. Something borrowed and something blue. Bring forward a new idea and bring forward an old idea. Bring forward a new person and bring forward an old person. Above all, don't think you're special in your generation. Don't think you're different in your generation. Don't think you have it worse, for you don't. You did not live through constant war. You did not live with bombs going down around you. You did not live in poverty constantly in your whole country. You did not live in a plague where there was no vaccine, there was no separation, there was no clean water, there was no washing of the hands, there was no bleach, there was no disinfectant. You did not live in those times. There weren't good masks. You did not live in a time where people came through with swords and killed everybody. You did not live then. We ask you now, in this year, we ask you now in this year to put in perspective this year to your ancestors, what they lived through, where they had to boil their water, what they lived through, where they cooked over a fire, or they lived outside, or they froze, what they lived through when someone was sick, for there was no antibiotic, there was no masks, there was no vaccines, and they all died. They buried thousands and thousands of children, and they had 5 children because 3 to 4 of them died. We ask you to discern and to put your life in perspective this year. This is a year of perspective where you honor what your ancestors did. They sterilized knives by fireplace. They kept warm by a fire. They ate by the fire. They had no means of disinfecting. They lived and died by the current disease, and they lived and died through measles and polio and diphtheria, and gangrene and all. And we have the most modern of medicine. We have modern hospitals. We have homes that are by means so modern. We ask you to honor perspective and have the perspective of generations. Look back so that you may look forward. Look back so you may look forward. Bless your medical professionals. Bless the industry and technology and the generations, Generation X and millennials who have brought you the ability to thrive and be the best you can. Take that perspective and build on it. It's what you do best, is build. Build something, whether it's a personal thing, an Afghan, it makes no difference. Build. We bring you love and blessing. We cannot take away your disease completely. That is up to you. We cannot heal your earth, for you have made it sick. That is up to you. We ask you to gather together to heal your earth and heal the disease that is leaking from it, because your earth is diseased. We ask you to plan for survival. We ask you to be spiritual soldiers, to bless the blessings you already have, so that they may multiply. We ask you to count your blessings this holiday. Count your very blessings and know the universe is forgiven. It is good. It is light. It is divine. There is light. You just need to channel that light. There is light. You need to allow it in. You need to take the negativity through your social media and push it aside. You need to allow in light and love, blessings, spiritual path, and count your blessing. Discard the negativity, the conspiracy theories, the wars that are going on. Allow all that to go and allow the spiritual light in and stay in the light. We bring you light right now. White light, constant in each and every one of you. In each and every one of you, we bring you the light. And we ask you to hold that light on each other. Stop holding labels and start holding love. And if you hold love, and you hold spirit, and you hold light, you will survive. And your world will survive, and it will come back and flourish. You will have a flourishing world. We thank you for being with us this evening. We send you the light, the blessing. Please heed your blessings. Count them, do it, flourish. We love you. And we send to each of you the light and love for the solstice. Good evening. I want to thank you all for being with us this evening. You can reach us at New Thought Kabbalah on our Facebook page, at Touch Mother Earth Nonprofit, at touchmotherearth.com, touchmotherearth.org, and Gifts of Native Spirit, and Earth Movers Drum Circle.
That was powerful. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good holiday, everybody, also.